Well, hello everybody and welcome back to the channel, friends. It's time once again to inhale that new star smell as we watch Babylon 5 Season 1 Episode 10 Believers. Quick notes, I have two notebooks for this show, one during the reaction, one during editing, and then I think about it all the time. So JMS, I think you've got a new convert. Friends, if you could do me a favor before we get started, hit that like button, smash that subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. It greatly helps out a small channel and it allows me to alert you next time it's time to board Babylon 5. And of course, if there's anything that we do that you would like early or in its full-length format, the link to our Patreon is in the description. And if you're not a fan of Patreon, stick with us here on YouTube memberships. You'll get all of our episodes about a day early, plus any bonus episodes we come up with. But my dear friends, all that is then, this is now, and now it's time to journey once more into Babylon 5 as more secrets and story are revealed, and I couldn't be happier. Prepare to engage maximum warp reaction. And away we go! Right into it. All my favorite shows go right into it. Dr. Franklin. I don't know that race, I don't think.
Am I going to die?
If it is written in the streams of time, Sean, it will be so.
And then you will grow up to be strong and wise and bring much honor to your mother and your father.
Please don't speak that way. No one knows what is written in the stream until the waters surround him.
God, again with the religion.
I am never wrong about these things.
Who? That's bold, Franklin.
My husband would like to speak with you candidly. May he do so?
Sure.
The doctors on our world say that there's no treatment for his watery breathing.
It's like pneumonia.
He is the last chance for our family's honor to fly on the winds of history.
On my world, it would be a sign of weakness for me to acknowledge feelings to a stranger.
Really?
He has a congestive blockage in his upper air passages. It's not uncommon in species with internal air bladders like yours.
Usually it clears up by itself, but sometimes...
Needs a little help.
Simple operation will easily correct the condition.
Operation?
They're not gonna let it.
You will cut him open?
It's their religious beliefs, I bet.
Get Sean. We will find no help here.
Oh my god. Episode 10.
Food animals are cut open. They don't have a soul, so it's all right, but the chosen of God may not be punctured. Very painfully.
And none of us want that.
That is immaterial. You must not cut into the child.
We can't without your permission. The parents are very good. Really good delivery, really good. A lot of weight, especially in the mom.
Could work out their differences peacefully.
Cosplay is getting updated on the daily, friends.
1,000 tons of spinning metal, all alone.
I get chills with this now.
The year is 2258. The name of the place
Is Babylon 5. I'm starting to feel the same way about Sinclair's opening as I did when Jim tells us about the Final Frontier. Cool shit. I love Natoth. I think I like the Narn. JMS, you crazy son of a bitch, you.
However, they've lost their navigational computer and most of their communication channels. They were en route here, but now they're just flying blind.
That's Raider territory.
Exactly. Recommend we dispatch a fighter wing to meet the Asimov and escort her back here.
Asimov, love it.
Is Garibaldi available?
I suppose.
I recognized who wrote this one. David Gerald.
Maybe over to my console. After that, maybe I'll try pacing fro and to, not just for the kick of.
Susan, would you like to go?
Granted, it's not quite this.
Jeff's like, I get it.
Does the term stir crazy ring a bell, Commander?
I have an idea, Lieutenant Commander. Why don't you take out the fighter wing and escort the Asimov back to base?
Well, if you insist, sir.
Jeff's like, I get it. I'm the one on this ship that gets it.
After that, it's a very simple matter to reinflate the internal air sac.
This is their religious beliefs.
The veterinarians on our own world perform this surgery on distressed food animals.
So you're just going to let him die? What kind of a god do you...
Oh, well,
We are the children of time. We cannot break our covenant any more than you could cease to be the descendant of egg-sucking mammaloids.
My husband
Okay.
intends no offense, Doc.
none taken.
We might help the body clear itself. I'm not promising you that this procedure will work as well.
Franklin, you're lying.
I don't think you're going to find another doctor who will suggest anything better, and you will lose valuable time if you go looking.
May we discuss this alone, please?
She's going to be like, what the hell are you talking about? That's not possible. Here we go. I guarantee you it's bullshitting.
And you think lying to them is going to help? You know as well as I that mineral oil and microbeams won't dislodge that mass. It's rooted. That kid is going under the knife or into the freezer. Those are the only options.
Ooh, under the knife or into the freezer.
These people, they're terrified, but they're just not ready to cut to the chase. So first we do a little of this, and we do a little of that.
And then you talk them into it. It's not going to work.
Our son will not survive another space trip, will he?
No, I don't think so.
She's really good.
Stand by, Alpha Wing, ready to launch.
Roger.
Awesome shot.
We just want to get in and get out.
Confirmed, Alpha Leader.
Just taking 2 out?
You're going to have to stay in bed for a while. It's going to be boring, but the station has over 1,000 educational and entertainment channels, and you can watch...
No. We have seen some of that material.
...is a glopid egg. Now, the glopid is a very rare creature from the planet Placebo. And pet it just like this.
I love it.
Since I'm going to be too busy treating you to take care of it for a while, you're going to have to do that for me. Okay?
It is all right, isn't it?
Well, then you may speak to the egg, Sean, but you may not speak of sacred things to it. Those are only for our people.
Yes, Datya. Thank you.
It's my favorite Dr. Franklin episode so far. Getting to see a lot of him. I like this.
So you gave him a piece of industrial goo?
I gave him something to believe in.
Yeah, I don't care what you believe. Just believe.
They worship the great egg, your god is medicine, and you can do no wrong in his service. What's the difference?
I produce measurable, testable results.
You didn't solve anything, you just postponed it.
I gave them a chance to think about it, to reconsider.
I see both sides.
And I'll bet a steak dinner on that, too.
Can't get steak out here.
Then I'll import one. One way or another, I'm gonna save that boy's life.
I like Franklin in this one. He's showing some positive attributes, but a lot of it is rooted in arrogance and pride. And I am here for it because that character is starting to get very interesting to me. Pride cometh before the fall, right?
Boy's gonna die. Parents won't let me operate. What do I do?
You know, the authority of Babylon 5 doesn't cover every contingency. In circumstances like this, we're in a legal limbo.
You could order me to take whatever steps I felt necessary to save that boy's life.
You can't circumvent their beliefs.
If I do that, it establishes a precedent.
Yep.
You've already done that when you told my predecessor to save the life of Ambassador Kosh.
Ooh.
On the other hand, if you get involved in this, you give up all pretense at neutrality. It'll damage the authority of this station.
What if I made an official request?
I'm asking you to find another way.
Just got a little pink eye. It's okay, everybody.
But this isn't going to go away. Neither will I.
We get it, Doc. You don't like to be told no, but I mean, heavy is the head that wears the crown. I mean, Sinclair, he doesn't have a seconds piece.
This was the Asimov's last known position. Scanners at maximum. Maintain radio silence until contact.
She's got red stars on her helmet. I wonder if that's like the Russian influence or if I just missed the fact that they all have that on there. I think it's interesting.
I'm afraid maybe this glopid egg will have to hatch without me.
Oh, kid, come on, man.
You just keep holding it just like that. Okay?
Man, this is powerful. This is really showing a lot. Look at that. Really showing a lot about Franklin.
There are more important things in life than the next breath. Without his spirit, he wouldn't be alive anyway.
He is your son.
They have a belief system.
We have the safety of the patient precedent here on the station. You leave me no choice but to ask Commander Sinclair to suspend your parental authority.
Oh my God. You can't do this, man.
Please, Dr. Berglund.
I'm sorry.
I have to do what I feel is best for Sean.
Yeah, but dude, this is a pride thing too, man.
And so do we.
Yeah, they're gonna take him. They're gonna take him and run. And I mean, I see both sides of this. I mean, I fall firmly on the side of to help the kid, but at the same time, I understand their beliefs.
Confirmed, Alpha Wing. Thanks for the save.
No problem.
Oh, they're gonna get Raider action out there.
Since you have no representative, that means that I have to be your advocate. And that means that I have to consider the safety of the child, as well as the rights of the parents.
He is not your responsibility. Earth people always stick together.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
No, feel sorry for your doctor. If he harms my child, if he touches Sean, I will kill him.
God, Jeff, what? Oh my God, what a conundrum.
And that is why we are asking for non-protection. We have no ambassador of our own.
Oh my God.
I'd never even heard of your world until 2 days ago when my research staff acknowledged your arrival. It really has nothing to offer the Norn regime. You see, alliances are built on mutual advantage. But you're asking me to exercise my authority on your behalf. What were you thinking when you petitioned us?
Incredible makeup.
He's our son. Have you no sympathy?
I sympathize entirely, my dear.
Gonna go around to all of them.
The Council could have Commander Sinclair's decision set aside once he makes it, but I would have to get approval for my world. Unfortunately, we are on a budget here. We cannot justify such expenses for non-Centauri.
Yeah, unless he's trying to shake him down.
If you filed a protest, Commander Sinclair would have to forbid Dr. Franklin to operate on his son.
This will be very interesting.
If it were your child, or even you yourself.
It was Kosh.
The avalanche has already started. It is too late for the pebbles to vote.
Oh my God, the avalanche has already started.
I cannot tell you how much all this troubles me.
Then you will help us.
We, Minbari, have our own relationship with the larger domains of the universe.
Huh.
We have suffered the interference of others in this area, and are thus ourselves forbidden to intervene in matters such as this.
Really?
No. On this issue, the Minbari cannot take sides.
This is telling us a ton. Oh my gosh.
Has it seen us yet?
Don't think so.
There's no way it's gonna miss that transport.
We don't want a conflict if we can avoid it. Speed to maximum.
That's a big sumbitch.
Even Earth Central has passed the buck back to me.
You spoke to Senator Gant?
Only for an advisory. I'm not calling Central every time I have a decision to make.
Senator Gant. God, Jeff, this sucks, man. Holy smokes. It's not like Jeff doesn't have his own shit going on either.
A glopid egg?
Actually, it's only a piece of industrial goo.
Oh.
But please don't tell Dr. Franklin I said so. He still believes it's an egg.
Oh. This will make your decision a lot easier, Jeff. You know, talking to the kid.
I have to ask you a very difficult question. I know you've been thinking about it.
Do I want to live?
Yeah.
I don't want to lose my spirit.
There's nothing to be afraid of. I had an operation once, a very serious operation.
Really?
You were not born of the egg.
No, I'm not. Tell me about it.
Oh, I love that.
You believe you're doing the right thing, don't you? So do the parents.
So does he.
May God save us from false religion.
What makes a religion false? If any religion is right, then maybe they all have to be right. What we hold sacred gives our lives meaning. What are we taking away from this child?
That's a question we can worry about after the operation.
No. God, this is, oh my God, it's the worst.
I have to refuse to sign the order. I can't allow you to perform the operation.
I get it. The kid said that. The kid said that.
That's not what you said when Ambassador Kosh was on the table.
Operating on Kosh was the camel's nose in the tent. Operating on Sean will be the rest of the camel. I have to stop it somewhere.
It's an awesome saying.
When the egg hatched and you first crept out, you were such a tiny morsel of life. I could hold you in my cradled hands.
This is terrible, man. Ooh.
We love you so much. I promise you.
Oh, this is tearing me up, man.
Many songs for you, so that your journey will be fast. And when you get to the other side, my son, you must sing for us.
Woo! Man, that got me. Got me pretty bad. Oh. Woo!
He needs his rest.
Franklin, don't do it. Franklin, do not do it.
Gotcha.
Wow, these two are phenomenal. So is Sean. Oh my God.
I'm glad you didn't get your way.
Franklin, don't do it. Please don't do it.
I'll call you if there's any change in his condition.
Oh, Franklin, don't do this. He's already decided. Yeah, you're gonna have to stop him. Her name's Maya Hernandez, I think.
I think you should go now.
You're going to do it anyway, aren't you?
They have their beliefs, and I have mine.
No, Franklin, you...
If I stand by and do nothing...
Sinclair will have you thrown off the station.
Rightfully so.
So? You'll need an assist.
Oh, boy.
Negative. Violation of orders.
The hell with orders. If that ship brings back a dozen raiders, we'll all be dead. Get going. I'll catch up.
Go get him, Susan.
Come on. Come on. Come on.
Susan was like, F you, I'm just firing.
Good.
More bogue? Oh my God.
Not good.
Holy shit.
You still have your spirit. You can see that now, don't you? Your parents will see that too.
They will not.
You did it. You did it anyway.
It's me! I don't feel any different. Listen, I'll sing songs to you.
Oh my God.
What sort of unholiness spawned you?
No!
Oh my God.
Sean, it's all right.
It's not, Doc. It's not all right. This kid's fantastic.
Who asked you to play God?
Every damn patient who comes through that door, that's who. They want to be healed, and they come to me when their prayers aren't enough. I did good, and we both know it, and no one is going to take that away.
Oh my God. Jeff.
What is it?
I think you should come to Med Lab. I think you both should come.
Oh, please tell me. Oh my God. Oh my God, please tell me something. Oh, the kid did something to himself. Oh.
My husband has brought the Lamuda. The traveling robe for great journeys. We will take the boy now.
Oh my God. Oh my God, I don't like any of this. I don't like any of this. The Lamuda, it's gonna be like a burial robe.
I'm waiting.
Dude, you're not right.
For an apology.
You better check the temperature in hell first.
Sinclair!
Vital signs stabilizing. All indications point to a speedy recovery. End report.
I owe you a steak dinner.
No, you don't.
I finished the research on their people as we discussed.
The Lamuda, I guarantee it's gonna be a burial robe.
There's the Lamuda. Traveling robe. Oh my God.
I knew it. Oh, fuck. Oh, here's your comeuppance, Franklin. Oh, no.
Oh my God. You did it.
Oh, dude.
There was nothing to do but end the pain of the shell.
Oh my God. Oh, this guy crushed it. Oh my God. Best Franklin episode by a country mile.
You can have my resignation.
I've decided not to ask for it. This time.
You were punished enough, man.
I'll know better.
Yeah, he's never gonna do it again.
Sometimes doing the right thing doesn't change anything. It can drive you crazy.
It's all words. Just words.
God, this is so good.
I was arrogant. Thought I knew what I was doing.
Wow.
I'll be better off if there was no God. If God had never been invented.
I'm trying to tell you that what makes us human is that we care.
No. What makes us human is that we have so many different ways to hurt.
Wow.
Are you okay?
Fine.
You are a terrible, terrible liar, Dr. Franklin. Nice job, Susan. Wow, look at that Narn, the coloring on that Narn behind her, or behind that boy. Amazing. Oh my God. Holy shit, this is a good episode. Wow. Holy smokes, friends. That was I thought that was an amazing episode. All right, everyone, we just finished watching Babylon 5 Season 1, Episode 10, Believers, and the only thing left to do is talk about it. All right, everyone, we just finished Believers, the 10th episode of the very first season of Babylon 5. Oh my God, I thought this was an amazing episode. I thought that, I mean, again, I can't keep, it's obviously going to be a very prevalent theme in Babylon 5 religion. So I'm not even going to mention that JMS is going the religious route again, because the fearlessness of writing this way, it blows my mind. I just think it's absolutely amazing. I mean, and it's not like he's tackling religion for like a competing belief system. I mean, there was definitely competing beliefs in this particular episode, but it's not like that is like like we have a almost like a holy war type of thing, where you've got one side believes this, one side believes that, and it's sort of like a broad kind of global or galactic type of, opposition in beliefs. No. This is way, way, way more nuanced than that. We're talking about we're talking about parental beliefs. We're talking about, again, like Franklin said, belief in medicine. I mean, this is just basically belief in general, like the idea and the conducting of life. How is that kind of regulated and guardrailed? And whenever those roads cross and they don't necessarily have a right of way, we've got a big problem. And we ran smack, no pun to continue with the automotive accident theme. And we had a big fender bender here. And boy, oh boy, I mean, it was expertly well. I mean, it was incredibly well done, in my opinion. Now, I'll be, I don't like to talk politics or religion or anything like that because, obviously you're going to alienate somebody. You're going to inadvertently make somebody feel differently or negatively about something that you're saying. So I never don't want to approach it in that kind of respect. What I want to approach this particular episode by is I could see both sides. Now, did I agree that, if I had to side with somebody, yes, saving the child's life, I would have sided with Franklin. However, in this situation, I mean, as impassioned as that scene was, and it was so evident that all three of them believed so much in, this belief system, this faith, that they were willing, Sean included, to let himself expire so there would be, and I mean, the idea that as part of their religious belief, the grand journey, when you would go on this journey, once you would get to where you are, you would sing the songs to guide your parents to you, or God, I'm assuming, normally, I mean, not normally, but, if regular, you can assume life cycles would be predicted, I'm assuming it would be the parents that would go into the afterlife and sing the songs to guide the progeny, to the afterlife. I think it's a beautiful idea, and I think it's a beautiful kind of vision, to see all of this. And they seemed so invested in it. And the one thing about this that you couldn't question, and what made it so powerful, is you couldn't question the parents' beliefs, and you couldn't question Sean's belief. Nobody had a hiccup. Nobody like the mom didn't come in and see Franklin kind of, without the dad around him, could you do it without anybody knowing about it? None of that. There was never any hint that there was a break in the belief system, their belief system. There was never any type of hesitancy. It was full-fledged, absolutely, devout. And, for Franklin to do what he did, I completely understand why he did it. And at the same time, boy, oh boy, what an awful price to pay that Franklin had to pay for that. We had so many things going on here, friends. So many and like you all said, watch everything. Everything means something. So now I am completely paranoid that one, I'm going to miss something. Two, I'm going to misinterpret something. Or three, I'm going to see it and just not think it's anything. So I'm looking at absolutely everything now. So I thought that whenever we had that kind of going around the horn to all the ambassadors, Narn, Centauri, we went to the Vorlons and Kosh, we went to the Minbari. Everybody had a kind of a sort of a varied response, like how they would approach this. And I think that each of their responses was more indicative of their culture than of actually the ambassador that was delivering the message. With the Narn, it was like, no, 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 you don't have anything to offer us. You're not part of our, I'm never going to do that. I'm never going to help you because I checked up on your home world. And like, if you all had like some type of, resource that you could have potentially parlayed with the Narn for, I'm sure there would have been a different response. But because your world didn't have anything the Narn wanted, we were done. And the Centauri, you go in there and Londo's like, I kind of believe that Londo would actually help and do all this stuff. But again, Londo's in it for the cash. And again, the Centauri Republic, if my theory is to be understood, an empire on the decline, they don't have the cash or the reserves for that. And when he said, unfortunately, we have a budget, I thought two things. One, he's telling the absolute truth, or two, he's trying to grift these people, which as much as Londo gives off that vibe, ultimately I don't think he would do that. And then when you go around, you get, oh my God, you got the line of the episode. The avalanche has already started. Too late for the pebbles to vote. That is what Kosh said when presented with the same type of, could you be our advocate? How would you let them work on you? And the avalanche has already started. The pebbles don't have a chance to vote. Oh my God. So Kosh is just, every time Kosh is on screen, I'm like, what are you up to? Why are you saying these things? Because you all have just been like, look at everything. And like the biggest question mark and the biggest, like, who is this? Is Kosh by a country mile. And so, when every these little cryptic sayings and shit, oh my God, it's just, JMS is doing a great job of making Kosh like completely, like we don't get anything into him or whatever Kosh is. We don't get anything into that character. Just so well done. And then of course Delenn, when she was actually, approached, she had a different version, but her words were very nuanced. And, it's like, oh, we believe in the soul and the spirit. And I think back to, the soul hunters. Everything's very precious and very sacred. And because of these certain things, I'm not getting involved because I have my own belief system. And my own belief system, I don't feel I should be getting involved. I don't feel I should be a part of this equation. Interesting. I mean, everybody had a different approach that speaks a little bit both to culture and ambassador, and I thought it was great. Really like the character of Maya Hernandez. I thought that she plays a fantastic kind of, not foil, but a complement to Dr. Franklin. I thought this was by far Dr. Franklin's best episode. By far. The actor that plays Franklin was fantastic. That ending scene where he ran and saw that Sean was already dead. Incredibly powerful moment. That entire ending with the parents kind of saying goodbye to him before the operation, incredibly powerful moment. Them turning on him whenever, they believed that he was soulless, incredibly powerful moment. His death, incredibly powerful moment. Everything is it resonates on each side. Like you felt like the parents' pain, you felt Franklin's pain, you felt Sean's pain, kind of like Sean sitting there dying, basically suffocating on his own, fluids. He's sitting there going out, and it's like it's Sean's job to make sure that one, his parents feel okay, and that Dr. Franklin feels okay. He's going through the rigmarole. He knows what the egg is. It's the industrial goo. But don't tell. I'm doing this for Franklin, so he feels better. I mean, this kid is doing. He's on the clock right up until the end of his life. It's unreal. It's absolutely unreal to me. And I think that the actor that played Sean, then the parents, best they've had as guest stars. Phenomenal acting across the board with all three of them. I thought they were absolutely wonderful. And we've had some really good guest stars. We've had some really good ones. Again, maybe I shouldn't, go to extremes and place ranking without kind of looking at it, but they are at the very top. Those three did such a powerful job. I mean, this was the first episode that I really teared up in, and I think it was deserved. This was an incredibly emotional beat, an incredibly emotional moment, and okay, I'm going to say this about the show in general. We've all watched shows. I'm sure many of you have watched Babylon 5 when it aired. There are shows, and I felt this most recently with several shows actually, but most recently, I guess, with The Expanse kind of being the best complement for Babylon 5, that when you get into a serialized, I feel very strongly about Star Trek, the original series too, but it's episodic, so it kind of falls into a different category for me. But for a show like Babylon 5 and The Expanse, that are these kind of built narratives and serialized that have an absolute kind of roadmap as to where they want to go, I am so incredibly impressed by how quickly they can get to emotional investment. And I mean, in this episode, I've been just every second that I spend in the Babylon 5 universe, I become more of a fan, more of a fan. But this episode is where I realized, much like in The Expanse, this is a universe I never want to leave. We got incredibly engaging characters. We've got a story that, you can just see the tip of the iceberg for, and it's just being built up so nicely. Everybody, by the way, just as an aside, I've been doing my editing now for the first half of season 1, and these things that I am seeing now, like all of these kind of threads, like little things get kind of like just thrown away, like, oh, what's Catherine doing? Oh, she's just looking for, what is it, Quantium 40? Oh, they just make jump gates. Don't worry about that. That's just a little detail that we threw in there. I wrote that Quantium 40, circle, circle, circle. I mean, I did a lot of this shit. I'm just like, oh boy, and then we find out, yeah, I'm not going to get into all that. I'm actually going to, thinking of making a supplemental video about my theories, much like I did with The Expanse, almost like a case files, like, hey, what the investigation so far, something like that. But boy, oh boy, friends, this is often popping. And if you could do me a favor, hit that like button, smash that subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. It greatly helps out a small channel and allows me to alert you next time we go live. And of course, if there's anything that we do that you would like early or in its full-length format, the link to our Patreon is in the description. But my dear friends, all that is then, and unfortunately now it's time to leave Babylon 5, though I do not wish to. So where should we say goodbye from? What moment should we say goodbye from? Well, friends, I'm going to manufacture a moment for us to say goodbye from here. And what it is we are just walking in Babylon 5. The events of this episode are kind of ending around us. This is the end of the episode. Susan's back on station. The parents are leaving. Sean is gone. And as we are walking through maybe a quieter corridor of Babylon 5, we just hear a song being sung. And that's it. Friends, until the rest of JMS's beautiful song is sung for us, Vulcan roll, and I'll see you.